Gamora! Helicorpus! For the sake of this video, Deathly Hallows counts as one movie, not two. Fine. Wingardium Leviosa! Welcome back to the Motion Picks. Today I'll be ranking my top 7 Harry Potter films in order of preference. But given that I find absolutely no pleasure in being exclusive, I've counted the Deathly Hallows as one film. But there's no point in beating about the Forbidden Forest, so let's get to it. Now, there's not one Harry Potter film I completely dislike. If I had to pick the one I like the least, however, it would have to be Goblet of Fire, where the film's at its best is in its dead-on portrayal of puberty and the awkwardness that surfaces between the opposite sexes. It does suffer, though, from a few lapses in logic, which bothered me a bit. Firstly, the bitterness between Ron and Harry, although necessary for the growth of their friendship, does feel a bit rushed and out of the blue. I also find it odd that they build a lot of anticipation for our first encounter with professional Quidditch, and then they don't show any of it? Most amusing, however, is the fact that the Triwizard Tournament brings in thousands of spectators, yet for 2/3 of the tasks, the audience can't see a thing. But other than these nitpicks, it's still a pretty decent flick. The cinematic future of The Boy Who Lived had a lot resting on its opening chapter, but where many would-be franchises failed, this one succeeded. Now, it'd be easy for me to let my nostalgia for this film cover up its shortcomings, but there are reasons why it doesn't rank higher. A large portion of the film is ultimately exposition spread out over very short scenes. Occasional cutting corners and dated CGI mean that the visual effects don't always hold up. There also seems to be this obligatory box-ticking with regards to moments from the book to the detriment of storytelling. John Williams' music imbues the film with mystery, wonderment and warmth, and helps hold the film together. But let's not forget the world's introduction to these 3 superb unknown child actors along with their stellar supporting cast. Fantasy borders on political thriller in this exciting 5th installment. When the denial-dwelling Ministry of Magic interferes with students' education at Hogwarts, it's up to Harry to become the teacher and thereby leader of a secret rebellion. Whilst it is a most agreeable condensation of the longest book in the series, it does have its flaws. Although you can't fault the spectacular final confrontation, a lot of the visuals could have been rendered better. Imelda Staunton as Dolores Umbridge is certainly a series highlight, however. She's almost as evil as Voldemort. Chamber of Secrets is that second entry in the franchise that improves upon the original in just about every way. The scenes are more fleshed out and the narrative flows better. It's less exposition and more storytelling. Visual effects have improved significantly and have aged surprisingly well. Dare I say, I find the visuals here more impressive than in some of the later entries. We also get some more memorable John Williams music, which is always a plus in my book. It might stick closely to the Harry Potter formula, but it does so with a lot of flair. Every time I watch Half-Blood Prince, I'm surprised by how much I enjoy it. In terms of tone, it reminds me of Empire Strikes Back. It's the one where the bad guys win and the future is left up in the air. Yet it also builds upon the series' mythology in exciting and memorable ways. The key scene here is Harry's humorous yet ultimately poignant quest to attain vital information hidden in a lost memory. Also, not unlike Empire Strikes Back, the film is notable for its effectively vexing romantic tension between lead characters. I do enjoy a good 4.5-hour epic, provided there are sufficient intermissions, of course. For the very grand finale, our heroes decide to ditch school for their own wild adventures. A high-speed motorway chase, a top-security bank heist, and even infiltrating the enemy's base of operations. In the name of defeating evil, why not tick off some of those bucket list boxes along the way? On the other hand, though, their journey is plagued by desperation and discontent. Through tragedy, victory, and many surprises, we reach a most satisfying conclusion to one of cinema's greatest franchises. It may lack some of the depth and detail of the book, but Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban is certainly my favourite Harry Potter film. Directed by Mexican auteur Alfonso Cuarón, Prisoner is an all-round great film. It's the first time the series really shook up the formula by interweaving overarching storylines into a tightly wound narrative. With striking visuals and inventive camera work, the film is appropriately littered with all kinds of movie magic. And as much as I love the addition of time travel in this universe, the highlight here has to be our protagonist's journey. Let's face face it, Harry's often less interesting than the surrounding cast of colourful characters. But in this film, he really comes into his own, convincing us as to why his name is in the title. And those are my top 7 Harry Potter films. How would you rank them? Let me know in the comments section below. Also, don't forget to keep an eye out for my upcoming November edition of the Motion Pic Show, featuring a review of Fantastic Beasts and where to find them. As always, if you have a YouTube account, please like and subscribe. Till next time.